Hi there, today I'm going to show you a really easy to learn method of how to correctly prune your lavender after it's finished flowering. Keep watching the video and find out how. Okay, so I have grown lavender as a hedge on both sides of my driveway, and as you can see they have basically finished flowering now. I know that because if I rub the flower heads, I'm producing seeds, plus the fact that there is no butterflies or bees at the lavender any longer. So they're finished, and what I want to do is to prune these to create a nice shaped healthy bush that is going to, over the rest of the summer, put out some new growth and to make sure that it is going to grow well for next season. If you don't prune, then you will get wind and weather damage to it, plus it will start to look quite straggly. So this is before pruning, and this is after pruning. So I've got a number of bushes here. These ones are all about 3-year-old. This one here is only a 1.5 years. So I've just removed the flower stems very, very carefully from that. And after pruning, I'll give these a good drink because it's very warm here at the moment and I don't want the plants going into shock. But keep watching the video and I'll show you how to do it. So this is a 3-year-old plant, and I'm gathering up, if I show you down here, a handful of stalks, and I am pruning with my secateurs just above some fresh growth. And on the lavender that looks kind of silvery, so I'm just aiming to still cut into the green, never ever cut into the brown, because it won't grow from there. That is deadwood, and that is simply all you do. So I'm taking off all the spent heads, but I'm still cutting into the green. And a bush about this size should take you just a couple of minutes. Quite therapeutic. So I'm going to show you in close-up now. So if we just look at these stalks, there's a good one. So you can see on the stalk that there are little tufts, and I'm just going to cut above that. This wood here is brown wood, and that shoot has actually died. You can see it's just, there's no green there at all. And this is the tufty new growth, and this flower spike here I'm going to cut back to there. I could cut it back to here, but I'm just going to cut it back to there. Now, I'm experienced with this, and what you can see is that the green tufty growth is at least a foot underneath the flower spikes, which is why when I'm taking a whole handful, I'll leave that one, the bees can still have that. I'm just taking it back to green. So I'm just going to show you on this shoot. So if that had a flower spike, I could take that back to here, to here. So you've just got to kind of pick where you are. So let's have a look over this side. Not easy to do this one-handed, guys, trying to film this for you. But so let's get that out the way there. This is the kind of green young growth that you're trying to leave. So I'm just going to show you again. Cutting it back into the green. Just taking a bundle. Trimming that back into that greyish green new growth. And if you're not happy with it, you can tidy it up after by just going over it individually. But that is basically how you do it. Now down in Provence in France, they do this with a sickle. I wouldn't trust myself with a sickle. I'd end up having my hand off. Just take a few of them off. And you're shaping as you go. So you're taking less off the crown of the plant and a little bit more off the sides. Just to shape it. Right, I'm done. So you can see now I've got a nice cushion shape. I can take a few back if I think I've left stragglers. But that is it complete. So when you've got your barrel full, you've got a couple of choices what you can do with them. You can either compost them, or you can dry these out. So I can lay them on a bench in my polytunnel, or I can hang them up in bunches. And once they're dry, I can use that as chicken bedding, because the lice and mites that affect the chicken don't like the oils in the lavender. So remember, lavender is full of essential oils. So these repel mites and fleas. The other use you could do is, once you've dried these stalks, so you can hang them up in little bundles, remove the heads and use them as kindling for your fire. We're not called sustainable self-sufficiency for nothing, and this is another method that you can use where there is no waste. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a like. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It is free for you and it helps me grow the channel. And if you're a gardener or have gardening friends, feel free to share this to them, because it's a really useful tip on how to prune your lavender. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.